Oh, you already started without me. Hello. Let's see, I've got the headset on. Good morning. It is 9 o'clock straight up on March 13th, 2023. And this is Windows Daily number 173. There's the title. And go over and take a look at chat, see who's here. Nick Poverman starts us off with, what do you call a guy who tells dad jokes but does not have any children? A faux pas. Brian Lightfoot, I bet algebra was an extremely easy subject for the ancient Romans. X was always equal to 10. Like that. I was thinking, when I saw that earlier, and I was thinking through some formulas. What are the consequences of actually treating X as equal to 10 with formulas? Rick Lakes, good morning. Mike Wojcik. Greg M. with a philosophical comment, deeply philosophical comment in chat. He says, sigh. I don't know, was that in relation to one of those jokes? Selden Ball, good morning, is 36 degrees with rain and snow showers predicted. Last night, I actually shut down my computers because I had a full-on thunder and lightning storm, which is the first time in years that I've seen that. Didn't last very long, but the rain got really strong. I went up to my balcony upstairs and watched the traffic. I got a main street out behind my house, and people were coming into this really thick puddle of water just right in view of my balcony. It was fun to watch them. Let's come back here. Chris Garrett says, good morning. Good morning. Is it DST in Fresno already? It is daylight savings time in Fresno, yes. And because of that, this morning I noticed that the sun didn't come up until about 15 minutes after I started the Fortnite live stream. So the sunrise was at 7:15 this morning. So I haven't seen that for a while. And he says, hello to all. Rick Lake's got 19 degrees, 15 inches of new snow. Sunny here, 19 degrees. Bobby Warren, hey Doug, I'm getting thunderstorms. John Williams, good morning to everyone. Well, I'll tell you what, when I was a kid, I remember a whole lot more frequency of thunder and lightning storms. John Williams, good morning to everyone. Degrees. Chris Garrett, who was it a while back that had an issue searching for files on main drive or external and Explorer crashes? It seems vaguely familiar, but I don't quite remember it. Who was it a while back that had an issue searching for files on main drive or external and Explorer crashes? I don't know, Chris. I do recollect that Ken Stout was having trouble with finding files across his multiple drives and his storage strategies. So what I'm going to go to for topics, I'm coming to my channel comments from Matthew Barnes. Poses a question on a comment from Windows Daily 172. That was the last Windows Daily, which would have been Friday. Says, hey Doug, I have a question for Windows Daily. Is this showing in, no, this, oh, that's interesting. This screen didn't get zoomed in when I zoomed in the other YouTube screens. Hey Doug, I have a question for Windows Daily. I recently noticed that when I was buying a charging plug for my new Samsung Galaxy S22, as it did not come with one, charging plugs I've seen on Amazon say, for example, 15-watt charger, 25-watt charger. My question is, if I use a 25-watt charger plug, will I cause faster wear to the phone battery than otherwise? Well, I will start out by saying I don't consider myself an expert on the topic. Here's my understanding. Watch for the comments in chat or comments on the video for further clarification. But my understanding is that the device is only going to pull as much power as it's capable of pulling. So if you have a charger that has higher capability than your device, that's not going to likely do damage to your device. However, my strategy is always use the right device, the right charger for the device. So I'd rather not use an overpowered charger, but I have done that on occasion. Now what you might monitor is, does the device get hot? If it gets hot, yeah, then stop it. Another thing that you could do is just partially charge it, not charge it up all the way. Kerry Holzman has done some experimenting and demonstration and presentations on his channel about experiments that he has done where he has discovered when you buy a faster charger capability, a fast charger for your device, it'll charge more quickly up to about, I don't know what his numbers were, 3/4 charge, let's say. But then the device will slow down the charge as the battery's getting to the top. It's my understanding, and this is I think what Carrie was pointing out, is that the main bulk of the charging can go at a faster rate than the end of the charging. The end of the charging needs to go at a slower rate. And if you want your batteries to last longer, this might just be theory, I don't know that it's proven, but if you want your battery to charge longer, then just charge it up to about 3/4 charge. Don't charge it up to that full. When you get it up to that, all the way up to that 100%, that can be more, you're doing that over and over and over, that can be more wearing on the battery. Now, I do that all the time. I leave my phone on the charger, I let it charge all the way up because, frankly, I think the extra life that I'm going to get at the end of the battery life is maybe going to save me weeks, maybe months, maybe days. I don't know what the difference is. I just find that it's not worth my time to be very worried about it. Now, on the other hand, let's see, what else? If you have a underpowered charger, a charger that's powering less than what the phone is capable or the device is capable, it'll still charge up, but it'll charge slowly. And I recently pulled out this very old iPad and was charging it off an underpowered charger, and I actually saw an example of that. So my recommendation is get a charger that is most correct for the device that you're using. If you just can't find it and you have to use something that's overpowered, my understanding is that won't harm it because the device is only going to pull as much charge as fast as it is capable of. Okay, coming back to chat. I was there. Oh, let's see. I was. Okay, that was a comment on a video. So I'm going to come back to chat. Then we'll go back to comments on videos. Chris, I had the search issue yesterday, but today it's working. So I don't know what the issue was from your description there. Someone had an issue searching for files on main drive or external, and Explorer. Oh, I remember now. Explorer would crash when they were searching for files. I do remember that. So you're saying that you had Explorer crash when searching for files. Who was that? I do remember that issue now. Chris says he thinks it was Lawn Dog. Rand Israel says no. I'm not sure what that no is in relationship to. Was that? I don't know what that was in relation to. Dennis, my new Samsung A13 phone came with charger and cable in the box. Yeah, that was interesting too. How did you buy a phone that did not come with a charger? Would you buy it secondhand off of eBay or something? Bobby to Wintermute, Cox came yesterday for his internet whole home package, I think it was, that included alarm services. Greg M., a higher wattage charger is not going to harm the device that requires lower wattage. That's consistent with what my opinion is, or my awareness is. How's the mini PC? What phone carrier do you have? Warren, I heard on Ken's. Dennis has a Panamanian providers. V says hello to people. Rick to Wintermute, have not got to it yet. Spent the last 2 days shoveling and plowing snow. Plan to get to that today. I think that's in regards to a new computer he's building. Something about a new computer. Al Neo, there's hellos. Bobby Warren says, Doug, I went to Verizon this morning. I was there for about an hour. They transfer info over to the new phone. Great. Nick Poverman retracted a couple messages and then says here, if you get a charger that is IQ, it is a smart charger, it charges at the level your device can charge at. Yeah, and that's another point about batteries and chargers. They are not all created equal. There's different technologies of batteries, different technologies of chargers. And when somebody, for instance, on YouTube, and I'll include Carrie in this, when somebody on YouTube comes out with their conclusion, their study results, their opinion, I don't always take that as written in stone. And I was also seeing some conversations between I guess on Saturday when we were talking about the different internet styles, and there was some disagreement about what the maximum speed could be for a particular type of internet technology, and there were two different opinions on that, and I didn't get around to it, but I'm concerned about people discovering that a certain internet technology, for instance, is limited to a certain speed. But is that in your geographical area? Could it be that somewhere else in the world there's different capabilities of equipment? Now, I don't know that. They may know more than I do, but I always take a bit of caution or a bit of softening on anything that somebody comes out with a strong opinion about. There might be other situations where it's not quite right. iPhones do not come with a charger. My iPhones have always come with chargers. I bought several iPhones. They've always come with chargers. Where do you get, yeah. See, now there's a case in point. In Wintermute's experience, iPhones don't come with chargers. Mine always have. Oh, wait a minute. No. Oh, you're right. What was it? I did have to buy this separately. Now, okay, so take my opinions and my statements with a grain of salt. I did buy this separately, and I think in that case it would be an issue of Apple doesn't know what kind of charger you want, but my prior iPhones did. So what about the next generation of iPhones? Is it safe to say iPhones will never come with a charger? I feel certain that they did in the past, in my past ones. But do I trust my own memory well enough? You know what I think about my memory. Ran Israel, no, a stronger charger doesn't hurt. Yes, a slower charging prolongs battery life. Yeah, that is my understanding of that field. Now, I have intentionally not studied into that more because it doesn't really matter to my clients. I'm always going to want the correct charger for the device for my clients. We're not going to mix and match. So I don't really need to dig deeper into that. Wintermute, Apple crap policy is probably spreading to others. Yeah, I'm thinking it might be that there's so many varieties of methods you might use for charging that might be a reason for doing that. Chris, if a charger is higher power than the phone allows, I think the power supply would regulate it. Well, now this is something I think that I'm pretty correct on, is a device is in control of pulling power. It's not the power supply that pushes power out. The device has to ask for the power, pull the power. Like if I'm eating food, I can eat food at my pace. The cook's not in charge of how much I eat or how fast I eat. I don't know if that analogy is useful to anybody. Darren says, I just got 1 gigabit speed. Nick, I already have 20-watt charger from my old phone. Rick Lakes, I got Magician Mini PC from Carrie last week. Oh, by the way, I ordered one of those that Carrie was showing last week. It arrived, I think, about a week ago. Almost a week ago. Obviously, I haven't even opened it yet. Don't have a specific purpose in mind for it, but they were so inexpensive. I thought, well, I'll get one and see what I do with it. Al Neo, he means new ones don't come with chargers. And I think that is true. I think my iPhone 13 mini did not come with a charger, and I had to order this magnetic thing because that's what I wanted. And I've also had trouble. I've tried plugging into this port on the bottom. It looks like a Type-C, but I don't think the Type-C fits. I got to go back and try that out. It seemed weird. The old one come with a brick, and the 11 Pro Max had it. Chris says, I've heard some carriers like Verizon not coming with chargers, but I heard carriers like Cricket, they do come with one. That's why I do not use Verizon. They are crooked and way too high. Well, I use Verizon, and I'm pretty happy with them. I don't have a reason to call them crooked. Nick Poverman, Apple stopped including the charger with the iPhone 13. Now it stopped. Does that mean they're never again going to include chargers? I'd be careful about assuming that. Neither do high-end Samsung phones come with charger now. They allege it's due to environmental reasons, but it's just cost-cutting on their part. Could it be that there's a variety of different ways to charge it? And they're going to let you choose instead of sending you a charger that you don't want. No, Nick, my girlfriend got a 12 Pro and it didn't come with the brick. Yeah, see, we're getting variety of responses here and experiences. Your mileage may vary. Keep that in mind. In 2020, Apple stopped supplying chargers with iPhones. Does that mean in 2020 they declared they will never again supply chargers, or does that mean in 2020 they didn't supply chargers? This is the kind of statement that I was describing that I take it with a grain of salt. That may come from Gary's experience. In 2020, they haven't supplied chargers since then. Does that mean they never will, or they never do, or in some regions they do? Let's see. God, a 12 Pro didn't come with a brick. I'm not trying to argue that point about iPhones. I'm trying to more point out I've seen a lot of times where somebody has a certain experience and they deduce from that that's the way it is for everybody everywhere throughout all time going forward. Just be careful about that. If you go to what is in the box, you will see you do not get a charger anymore. No, you don't get a charger in this instance. That's why I'm being careful. Don't assume that that's forevermore. It could be. A Cricket gives you a charger. The main issue with 2-week chargers is that if you stress your device while plugged in, the charger isn't strong enough to maintain the battery level. So you're saying while you have it plugged in, you could wear the battery down because you're using more power with the device than what it's charging. Sure, could be. Brazil on the case. I don't know what that statement does. Apple has been ordered to stop selling iPhones without a charger in the box. How about that? Brazil's Justice Ministry. Apple is in some hot water with Brazil's Justice Ministry for not including charging adapters in the box with new iPhones. Well, this has been the case for several years. According to a new piece of legislation from the governmental body, the iPhone's lack of in-box charging adapters is a deliberate, discriminatory practice against consumers. Wow. As a result of the ministry's ruling, Brazil is freezing the sale of all iPhone models that have launched since 2020, starting with the iPhone 12, and is fining Apple just over 12 million Brazilian reais, whatever that is, which equates to roughly 2.3 million USD. Yikes. Governmental regulation of business. Here we go. Discriminatory. Really? Wow. Okay. RAN Israel, if your device's battery level doesn't drop while plugged in, no matter how hard you push it, the charger is sufficient. All right. My sister gave me a wireless charger that works great. Just set the phone on top of it. My Samsung phone did come with its own charger that charges quickly. You know what? I seem to remember another argument about chargers in that if a person has a charger from a previous device that will work on the new device, then isn't it a bad thing for the ecology, environment, to just be throwing more products out there that aren't needed? I would like to be able to use chargers from previous devices on the new device. And there's also that thing out there about trying to get iPhones, Apples, to use the same type of connectors that everybody else is using. Type-C, I think. 2020, when the 12 Pro came out, yeah, if iPhones can use chargers that are sold for other equipment, then it makes sense to not include the charger in the box because that's better for the environment. The official narrative is saving the environment. There you go. So you can use your older, but isn't that what I just said? Wow, I don't know, was I psychic or did I subliminally see that comment from Al Neal? Apple may change their mind, but that was a statement from Apple. Just the charger cable, not the brick. Oh, they're giving you the cable, not the brick. Yeah, if you can use the same, I've got so many bricks around here, so many, well, the adapter that plugs in, if I can use those on new devices, I'd rather not have more adapters shoved down my throat. With Samsung, it varies with the model. They give chargers with some, but not usually with the higher end models now. I'm sorry, last time I looked and compared between Cricket and Verizon, Cricket showed the charger included, Verizon showed not included. I think we've probably gone far enough on this charger topic. No, Ken doesn't have a show today. I do know that. I removed mine because it was already posed. Sorry. Oh, that's quite all right, Nick. I'm not upset when somebody removes their comment. But I assume it comes in the box, and I don't mind replicated comments either. So don't stress over that. I use my 11 Pro Max brick with my 14 Pro Max. Yeah, so you didn't want an extra brick thrown at you. Up until iPhone 11 charger was 5 watt, 12, 13, 20 watt, 14, what? Right. I'm not going to try to understand that one. Yes, we have. We beat it to death. Speaking of Ken, how is he doing? From his show last night, he's happy with the way his eye surgery turned out. His eyes are seeing pretty good. Well, he only had one of them done. He still has yet to do the other eye. And he can see small text on the screen when he's like 5 foot away, but up close he's going to need some kind of reading glasses. So he's happy with that. But my impression is he just wasn't in the mood to do a show for today, which is a good thing for a content provider to do. And you've seen me do it sometimes, or maybe on short notice. I'll cancel the show or move it off to the next day. Sometimes it's just because I'm just not feeling it. If that bothers you, get over it. It's important for a content creator to not get burned out. Sometimes you just need to give yourself a day off from it. Let's see, Danielle Emberley, hello to you. I'm not sure that I called out everybody's name. My smart coffee scale came with a cable and no charger. Deep in the manual fine print, there was a warning not to use with a fast charger. Okay, there's a good case in point. Don't assume just because it's okay in other circumstances to use a fast charger, to have a higher capacity charger on a device. Don't assume that all devices are okay with that. Some devices might not have the intelligence built into them to limit the amount of power coming in. Possible. I don't know. Now see, there's another example. Gary retracted a message. Quite all right. Now, I'll go back to channel comments because I want to hit a couple other things here. So with Matthew Barnes, I'll hit a thumbs up and a heart. He watches regularly enough that I'm not going to bother with sending him a message about talking about his comment. Now this one I kept on here. When I first saw this comment, it said, I'm so glad I stumbled upon this video. I thought this was somebody saying that something really helped them. Well, this is from our show on Saturday, but look at the channel name, Buy YouTube Views, link in bio. And he put in these emojis, icons in the channel name. And this is all about these people that are out there trying to get money for giving you fake views on a channel. It's, in my opinion, a bad thing for a content creator to do. I want to discourage this type of participant every chance that I get. So I'm going to report that one. Unwanted commercial content or spam. It is not, in my opinion, my deduction, it is not a legitimate comment. Whoever posted this comment, and it likely was a bot, not an actual person, they put in a comment that sounds like is really supportive of my content, but they just want me to leave that in there so that other people seeing that might get directed over to their channel and actually pay money to get phony views on their YouTube content. So I'm calling that unwanted commercial content or spam and reporting that to YouTube and hiding that user on my channel. And I would encourage others to do that too. And this one, Mr. Howe says, thank you, thank you, thank you. This looks to me like a legitimate appreciation. And this was on the Fix Adobe Acrobat Reader DC. The operation failed because of Adobe Acrobat. I wanted to point out something here because this just brings the attention to something that's kind of significant about my channel. It gives me a moment to make a comment about my intentions on this channel or what's next. If I go to Channel Analytics, let's see, again, you see my estimated revenue over the last 28 days. I'm trying to be transparent about that, but your top content during this period, what period? Well, it's the 28 days because all of this on this page is about the last 28 days. So what is my top content for the last 28 days? I want to point out, I don't think any of the Windows Daily episodes are in here, and that is as expected. The highest one here with 1,403 views, that's not the total number of views that video has had during its lifetime. That's only the last 28 days. So last 28 days, a video that's 2 years old on my channel is getting the most views. And then here's this one, a year old is the next one. And these others, these are all topic specific on searchable content. And I'm pointing out that searchable content is a very, very good video to do. So what does that say about Windows Daily? Are they not worth doing? Not true. And I want to point out why, and also kind of give an orientation to what I'm wanting to do next on my channel. Down here we do see that Saturday, March 4th, so not last Saturday, but the week before, it's had 258 views, and then this one was even longer ago. Well, Saturday's show hasn't collected that many views yet. It probably will eventually. So what I want to point, there's no Windows Daily in here, but here's what I want to point out. 1,403 views that this one video got. So should I be doing Windows Daily episodes when something that's topic specific gets so many? Here's my response to that. If I come back to content and look at my Windows Daily episodes, how much do they get? So we're seeing, out here, 139, 127, 126, so somewhere in the 120, 130s for the Windows Daily. There's Saturday show, 249, back to Windows Daily, 150, 145, 189, 156. So as you go further back in history, those Windows Daily episodes have more. So if we, there's some unlisted videos there when I was doing the internet testing, but let's suppose that they're 150, that they average out at, times 5. So that's 300, 600, 750 through the week. Multiply that by 4 and you're getting around 2,800. Now, I just did that quickly in my head while I'm doing the show, and that's not a good thing for me to do, but 2,800 that Windows Daily gets over 28 days, but the Windows Daily are so easy to produce that they are a very good thing to do, and these videos that are topic specific, they take a lot more time because they take some planning, some strategy, what's a good topic to do. So where I'm at with the channel right now, some of you don't care about hearing this, but I'm telling you anyway, is I want something that I can do on a regular basis that gets regular, routine, automated, and that is what Windows Daily has come to, and that is what the Saturday shows has come to. Now, how do I add topic specific shows? What I have in mind is through the week, I want to pay attention to the Windows Daily episodes and find one video out of all of those that I can cut out and do some editing, much like Carrie Holzman was doing with his tips, his quick tips shows. Extract something out of the week that I think would make a useful individual video, topic-specific video, and do that once a week. Can I get to a point where I do that regularly, week after week after week? So my challenge, request to you, my audience, is when you see us covering some topic on a Windows Daily episode that you think would make a good specific, well, I'll call it tips. Well, I'll call it quick tips. I'm not going to call them quick tips when I publish them because that's Carrie's term. But for now, you could just put into chat or into comments, this would make a good quick tip video, or some wording like that. And you might need to specify which of the topics that we handled through there. And I'll consider that a nomination of that topic for being a specific video. And in this way, you can participate with me in trying to build this channel. Okay, where are we at? We are at 9:31, so I'm about ready to end this. Usually only fast charger on devices that can handle it. I think you should try doing shorts on topic. Those would probably help your channel grow. And really the reason why I think that those specific topics would help the channel is because what I want to get out of those people that watch those videos is get new regular viewers, people that'll come in and watch the Windows Daily, because I want this channel to be about question and answer. People having issues, myself and the community at large, we try to solve those questions for people. I'm not really interested in being a channel that does these specific topic videos one after another, and every time a video does well, those people are then gone and don't come back unless you hit another video that they need. I want to get more people like you that are watching this right now who will be regular and interact on the channel and help with finding solutions and answers for people who have issues. So, John Williams, item specific short video with an exclamation mark. I guess he's just affirming his agreement with that. All right, I think that'll do it for this video today. There's my email address. Oh, there was one other topic I was intending to handle today. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this. We're going to go a little bit into overtime because of a topic that we talked about on Saturday. And I think it was Tom that sent me an email on this topic. This is when we were talking about audit poll. And I was saying during that show on Saturday that I thought that had to do with Group Policy Editor. No, I don't think it did. Randy Israel and Tom Kay were both talking about this subject. And Tom sent me an email. I'm pretty sure it was Tom. I'm going to go take a look and confirm that. Yes, it was Tom Kay. Sent me an email with a little bit more about it. So I want to go show a little bit about that because I found that really interesting. If I press the Windows key and do CMD and then run as administrator, answer yes to the account control prompt, and then I have this copied into the paste buffer already, audit poll get category. And what I'm about to show is something that was not included in Tom's email, but I went a little bit further. Remember on Saturday I was having some trouble getting this command to respond properly, but this is showing what is currently being audited. And when I saw these sections and these success and no auditing, it clicked in my head where this comes from or what this has to do with, and that's Event Viewer. So Windows key and then go into Event Viewer, and this is in the security section. So expand Windows Logs and go into Security. The things that are being audited are showing up in here. So if I come over here, for instance, on this, look for something that is audited, success. So Special Logon is being audited for success. So I'll Control C to copy that, come back into Event Viewer, and then click on Find on the right-hand side, and then Control-V to paste that, Find Next, and it goes to the first occurrence of a special logon. So this command that was being brought up on Saturday, it gives you the capability of turning on and off what is going to be audited, meaning what is going to show up in this security log. And I can see where that would be really useful for somebody who's trying to track down a potential problem and perhaps just get more informed about what these different categories of security auditing things are. Now, I don't know if there's any interaction in Group Policy Editor regarding this. Maybe Group Policy Editor gives you a way of turning these on and off for all the computers in your organization. That would make sense. But anyway, I wanted to share that. So then continuing here, I think you should do some on security cameras. Lots of people may be interested in that. Well, I'm not an expert on security cameras. So for me to learn another subject field that I'm not an expert on in order to create videos on my channel that would draw an audience that is not really what I'm focused on, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I need to, I don't want to go looking for topics that people are interested in. I want to go looking for topics that would attract the type of audience members that would become interested in Windows Daily and our Saturday sessions and coming in on Zoom. Those are the people that I want. That's the gold. I'm not, maybe I absolutely could find ways to grow more subscribers. That's not the regular, consistent audience. That's what I want. They want shorts videos. Yeah, that again is what people out there want. I'm not interested in what do they want. I'm interested in what I want for my channel. I want the regular viewers that will come back and interact with the community. Getting views, not so much. Wintermute says we're a rare breed. Absolutely, we're a rare breed. The people that watch this show, if that's what you're referring to. Lots more drive-by HP owners out there. Yeah, the drive-bys, not so interested. YouTube Shorts videos help channels grow exponentially once they start getting recommended to people. Yes, they can help channels grow exponentially, yes. Dennis had that experience on his channel, DDT 2005. Somebody else did a TikTok video on his channel. He got massive amounts of subscribers, but those people did not become regular viewers. I want regular viewers, not just views and subscribers. I guess I've said that enough. Rand Israel, you can also control this using group policy. Good. Good to have that confirmation. All right, once again, I'm going to try, once again, to end the show. Do you think that's going to work? All right, there's the email address. You can send a question to me by email. We'll cover it on a Windows Daily episode or a Saturday show. I hope that was useful. Have a great day. Catch you later. Goodbye.